Metroid Dread is the perfect example of how well the Metroid formula still works, as it had some of the most frustrating gameplay I've ever experienced, and yet I kept coming back for more and ended the game having enjoyed my time with it. The latest installment of the incredibly infrequent Metroid series, Metroid Dread, finds Samus investigating the source of a mysterious transmission on planet ZDR, and oh look, she's lost all of her abilities again. Better go scour this hostile planet and find them all. This entry retains the 2D side-scrolling exploration and combines it with some impressive visuals of a world full of both color and life that wants to unalive you very quickly. The various areas have enough unique qualities and enemies to differentiate themselves from one another, making the necessary backtracking to gain new abilities and progress further not such a slog. One thing should be very clear, Metroid Dread is not an easy game, and that's not a bad thing. The problem is when developers MercurySteam said, hey, let's make this part challenging, but no one told them frustrating wasn't the same thing. The game demands more precision than the controls are designed to give, and the button mapping is baffling at times. Free aiming and firing anything other than your beam requires holding multiple buttons down and manipulating the left stick, making the more complex and faster-paced combat encounters exercises in frustration. The dread in Metroid Dread comes from the attempt at survival horror in the form of the formidable Emmy, indestructible robots that patrol certain areas who can't even be made to flinch without a certain one-use power that you have to regain every time you need to defeat one. Also, if they touch you, it's an insta-death cutscene, with only the smallest window of a counter that even the game tells you not to attempt because it's so unlikely to work. So, when the game forces you to trek through those areas and avoid them at all costs, despite the fact that they can hear you through walls and move faster than you, it loses its appeal quickly. Overall, despite the fact that 15% of this game gave me no end to grief, the 85% I enjoyed made the purchase an easy justification. If you've been jonesing for the latest dose of Metroid or that famous gameplay formula, then Metroid Dread is just what you're looking for. Just be prepared for more than a little frustration on your way to the top.